So, today we're talking about unit rate. Does anybody have any idea what unit rate even is? Can you kind of tell me in your own words?
Or like miles per hour.
Yes, it is like miles per hour. Go ahead.
So like, if you have like multiple things or something, and you're trying to find the price of just one.
Yes, yes. So, we do it all the time when we're buying things, right? If I'm buying, I don't know. I don't know. I like to use trash bags as an example. If I go to the dollar store, you can buy a box of trash bags.
For $1.
Yeah, and there's 10 of them in there. So then how much am I paying per trash bag? If I bought 10 of them for $1, how much is each one? 10 cents, right? So that would be the unit rate. So unit rate is how many or how much for one unit. Okay, so in that example, the unit was how much money for one trash bag. So $1 for 10 trash bags. The unit rate is just unit rate. I would want to take $1 and divide it by the 10 trash bags. So that's how I get 10 cents per bag. And have you sort of seen things written like this before? Like that with the slash?
Yeah.
So that slash is just notation for per or for each one. So 10 cents for each bag or per bag. So if you've never seen that, that's all that is. Okay? So, why do we care about unit rate? Well, let's say I'm not shopping at the dollar store, or even you can be shopping at the dollar store, it doesn't really matter. Let's say that I'm at the dollar store and there's obviously everything's $1, right? So there might be one box that has 10 bags in it, and then there's one box that has 8 bags in it. You're probably going to buy the 10 bag one, right? Yeah. Now, when you go to Walmart, not everything is $1, or Target, or wherever you're shopping, right? So, if I'm in Walmart or Target or wherever I am, I'm looking around, I want to buy trash bags, and I know you guys may not think of this so much because you probably aren't responsible for buying trash bags in your household. But adulting is coming at you faster than you realize. Yes.
So the other day, I was at the store and I had to get like paper towels, and there was like 4 of them for like $5 and like 6 of them for like $8. But there were more sheets on the 4 than there are on the 6.
Yes.
And I figured out that the 4 is better than the 6 for each so.
She raises a great point. So let's just say, let's go back to paper towels, right? Trash bags, as long as they're the same size, well, I'm about to take that back because I was going to say they're all pretty much equal. No, they're not. I actually won't even buy the dollar store ones because they just rip. So I like the ones that have the little tie on it. I don't like the ones without the handles. So they're not all created equal. But paper towels is a great example because they could have, you buy the paper towels and there could be one that's a small roll and then one that's a big roll. So if you're just doing price per roll, you might still be getting thrown off. So it's actually a great idea to do price per number of sheets. And if you read the packages, they will tell you how many sheets are on there. So it's interesting to see, this one is, 1.2 cents a sheet, but this one's 1.5 cents a sheet. Are you listening? And I know you might be thinking, well, do I really care about 0.3 of a cent? Yeah, because you're not just buying one sheet, you're buying a whole bunch of sheets. And what happens when you eventually, maybe one of you ends up becoming an office manager? Do you guys watch The Office? Remember how Pam eventually becomes office manager? So she's going to be buying things like paper towels for the office, paper plates, all the napkins, all those kinds of things. So when you're buying a lot of them, now 0.3 of a cent matters a lot, right? So it all kind of comes together. You were going to say something else, weren't you, or
I
no?
was gonna say also that would be 10 cents emails.
Yes. Oh, yes. Next time you guys are at the gas pump, do you know? So I don't know what gas is right now. Let's say it's like what, 250? Okay, 245. Let's say. If you go to the gas pump, have you noticed what's right after the numbers? It says 245, and then there's something right after it. Have you ever noticed?
Per gallon.
Oh yeah, per gallon.
Before that, when you next time you go to the gas station, it's gonna look. Yes, there's a fraction. Would you say 245?
Yeah.
245, and then you'll see this real narrow right next to it.
Yeah.
What in the world is that?
For 9 cents.
It's 0.9 of another cent. So it's not really 2.45 a gallon. If you buy exactly 1 gallon, that's actually going to round to $2.46. Right? And so I don't know if it's just a marketing tactic to make you think that it's a penny less, but they all do it. So I've never seen a gas station that doesn't do it. I don't really know. Mrs. Muska, do you have any idea why gas stations do that? 'Cause I don't even really know, besides to like kind of trick you into thinking that it's less.
It saves them more money. It gives them more money.
Well, yeah, it gets them, but why not just call it 2.46 and move on with your day? So anyway, now listen, 0.9 of 1 cent. Even if you're buying 10 gallons, right? We're only talking about 9 cents there. So you're like, "Ugh, what do I care about 9 cents? 9 cents doesn't probably matter much to one person, but think about how many customers that a gas station is going to get in a day, in a week, in a month. That extra 9 cents from everybody that's getting 10 gallons, that's going to add up real fast. So, anyway, back to unit rates. Next time you go to the gas station, look for that. You'll see it. It's so interesting. And then when you actually see it on the screen, like where, you know how the screen tallies it up? So when you look, it's not just 2 decimals out. It goes another decimal place. So if you look at it, that's how much it'll say on the screen. How interesting, right? Okay, so unit rates, usually we care about to the nearest penny, but when you're doing certain things, like even back to the paper towel example, you're going to want to break it down because one paper towel might be, like I said, 1.2 cents, where another one's 1.3 cents. Another common misconception for you savvy shoppers out there, sometimes buying in bulk is not better. So I make a lovely Christmas cookie every year, and it requires Reese's mini peanut butter cups. You know those little ones? That come in the foil and you unwrap them, right? I have to buy hundreds of them every year to make this delicious cookie, but they're so good. So, of course, I'm looking for the best buy. I don't want to spend more money than I have to. So, many times I go to Walmart. You think the biggest bag is going to give you the best bang for the buck. Not always. Sometimes, yes, absolutely. I'd say most of the time it does. But sometimes it doesn't. I remember just last year, I found out that if I just bought 2 of the smaller bags, I'd have the same amount of chocolates, but I was going to save about $2. I'm like, hey, why should I give Walmart an extra $2 when I could keep it in my own pocket? Right? So, saving money, so helpful. And it applies to all of you, even if you're not buying the trash bags and paper towels. You guys are buying certain things, like, what's something that you all buy?
Food.
Okay, food, right? So, when you go to the gas station and you buy, are you drinking those energy drinks? Gosh, I hope not. Ugh. Oh my God, how much did you pay for? Did you get it from a gas station?
Yeah.
How much did you pay for that? Do you mind me asking?
It's like $3.
$3 for one drink, okay? Yeah.
I was at Cookies the other day, okay, and I saw those, and they were on sale for like, it was like $2
just been in
Where
heaven.
was that?
You must have been.
It was energy drinks. Like no,
Where?
it was at Cumbies.
I'm going to
That's
Cumbies.
great. That's
Are you sure it wasn't $5 for
I
two?
bought like 10 of them.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe $5.
Well, guys, listen, come back to me here. I know this is an exciting topic. Now, listen, if you buy them single, you're going to spend about $3 a drink. If you were to go to Walmart or Target or wherever and buy it in a 6-pack, not that I'm encouraging you to have 6 of them, one's bad enough, but,
Packs
ugh.
of Monster?
Well, yeah,
Really?
of course they do.
Didn't know that.
So then if you are someone that's buying it all the time, now you can have one for each day of the week. I prefer to use bottles of water instead. If you go to the gas station and buy a bottle of water, even just say it's $1, right? Even though it's way more than that, you're probably going to spend like $1.79, something like that. Let's use easy numbers. Walk into the gas station, you buy a bottle of water for $1. Have you ever seen in the supermarket the 24 packs of water?
Yep.
Would you ever pay $24 for that?
I just buy 24 waters.
They're normally about $4, maybe $5 for the 24 pack. Think about that, guys. If you, every time you walk into the gas station and buy a bottle of water for $1, if you do that 24 times, you just pay $24 for that big pack that's normally only 4 or 5. You're way over. There's a reason why it's called a convenience store, right? Because, yeah, it's convenient. It's right here. I just have to grab it. But my goodness, you are paying through the nose for that. Don't you ever walk in and you buy a little tiny bag of chips for $1, right? You go to the supermarket, you can get a much bigger one for maybe $3 or $4. But there's way more than 3 or 4 of those little packets. So, anytime you can avoid buying things at convenience stores, that's going to be in your best interest. I know Cumbies has the coffee for $1, and that is a great deal, but you are going to save a heck of a lot if you make your coffee at home.
Well, it's also like you
I don't
get
like
large
that.
coffee for $1.
That's true. So, but there are certain things also called loss leaders. So, some stores will have something that is super cheap to get you in the store. Because, are you listening? Is everybody listening? A lot of people that go to Cumbies for the $1 coffee or soda, whatever it is, they're probably not just buying that. They're probably going to grab a bag of chips or buy a candy bar or buy a pack of gum or get a soda for later. And now it's like crazy expensive. Like, you just don't even realize how much more you're paying for the convenience of just grabbing it right there. Yeah.
So, I've gone shopping with my aunt and my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Like, both separate times. My aunt, like, she doesn't have the coupons, like, nothing. But, like, she'll save money so much. But, like, the end price wound up being, like, $200 for, like, a full cart. And then when I go shopping with my grandmother, she gets, like, 2 carts for, like, $100. Because she just knows how to do everything.
Mhm.
There's so many coupons and it's crazy.
Oh, yes. I love coupons. I haven't had much time to coupon lately with my little one at home, but it is one of my favorite things to do. But even if you don't coupon, if you're just a little bit smart about how you shop, if instead of swinging through Cumbies every day and grabbing a bottle of water, just buy the 24 pack at the supermarket and then you have them for 24 days. You don't even have to go. Right? So there are little things that you can do. When you see a good deal, right? When I see trash bags on sale for less than 10 cents a bag, I know I'm beating the dollar store price. So I tell you what, remember I said I don't buy the dollar store ones because they rip and they're annoying to me. I like the Glad, Gain scented. When I see them on sale, I buy a whole bunch of them because I know I'm going to use them eventually. It's not like they're going to go bad. I should show you a picture of my basement, how all my things stockpiled up.
Well organized too, Mrs.
Well, no, I wish they were a little bit more organized, but whatever, it's fine. Yeah.
I've gone to like these places. So, like this girl, she coupons like so much, it's crazy. And she has an entire basement full of stuff, and she'll sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Like like those Tide laundry detergents.
Mhm.
For like $50. She'll give them customer, like she'll give it to us for like $2 because she gets them for free at the store.
Yes. Yes, that is my spirit animal. So I used to be. Now listen, my son's gonna be 3 in January, so I haven't really couponed in almost 3 years. I'm still using toothpaste that I got for free back when I was in the swing of things. Oh, I would love if we finish all our stuff in January and we have time, we'll do a financial unit because it's so important. Not just on coupons, but just how do you save money? How do you, how do banks even work? What even is a debit card versus a credit card? I love talking personal finance stuff. I love it. So anyway, that's why this is one of my favorite units because it kind of gets checked out a little bit. But yes, there are so many things. If you can buy something when it's on sale or when it's a good deal or you see it on clearance, oh my gosh, did anybody else go to Kmart yesterday in Munson or Palmer? I don't know which one it is. Yesterday was its last day. Ever. Oh, I was there filling up the cart. 90% off. 90% off. Yes, there wasn't a ton left, but there was I got a cart full of stuff. We bought 4th of July decorations
So
and
you get like $100 worth of stuff for like $9.
for 10.
10, sorry.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was great. It was great. My husband bought a $120 watch, $12. It was amazing. You should have been there. So anyway, strike while the iron's hot. Unit rates, super important. They all come into play with all of this stuff. I just had such a good example and now I lost it. I don't know. Just last night I was low on conditioner, so I just go on Amazon, right? Because I'm not even always in the stores. I'm shopping on Amazon all the time. So the conditioner I like, I found a 6-pack that I was able to get my conditioners for like $3.50 a bottle instead of paying $6 a bottle if I were to just buy it in the store. Anytime you can save, why would I just give someone else my money? Don't you want to keep as much of it for yourself as possible? You're only going to make, sometimes I like to visualize this, you're only going to make so much money in your lifetime. So imagine you just have this big old pile of gold, right? And that's your lifetime savings. If you just keep overpaying for things, you're just chipping away at this pile that you have. And I don't want you to be left with nothing. What are you going to do? I don't know. We got to save now. We want to keep our pile of gold as big as possible. There's no reason to overpay for things. All right. You want to try some unit rate problems?
We do stuff like more often.
Yes.
I love this stuff.
All right. Let's say, what do you guys want to buy?
Yeah.
A TV.
Oh, well, you're not going to buy more than one TV, so. But you could. I mean, what do you want to buy?
Watermelon.
Apple. Pumpkin.
No,
Apple.
watermelon.
Okay, pumpkins are good.
Monster.
Yeah. Let's say we're getting close to Halloween. Maybe a store still has a lot of pumpkins. They want to start clearing them out, right? Because what are they going to do with them afterwards? Let's say you can get 15 pumpkins for, I don't know, $8?
Yeah.
Let's say that's their sale. I want to figure out, well, how much is each pumpkin? So, what do I do? What's the math that I do to figure this out?
Goodbye.
What by what? Do I do 15 divided by 8?
8 by 15.
Right. If I want to know how much money an item is, I always want to do money divided by the number of items. Okay? So, I would do $8 divided by 15. Oh, and this section you guys are actually allowed a calculator.
Yes.
Right? I think, aren't they? Yeah. There's calculators over there on that cart. So if you all want to go grab one.
Wait. 53 repeat 0.53 repeat.
It's 8 over 15.
Well, do this. Do this.
Screw it on calculator.
Yes. Well, now, this is the number that comes up on your screen, right? But ladies, gentlemen, we're talking about money. So, what are you going to say that is in money?
$1. No, 5 cents.
You have your calculator.
50, how much? Yes, this is going to round. Is everybody listening?
Guys, you need to listen, please.
That's going to round to 53 cents. When we're talking about money, for the most part, we're just going to round to dollars and cents. So, 53 cents. And actually, do you guys know that when you round, you're supposed to change the equal sign to a squiggle? Because now you're estimating, really. So, about 53 cents per pumpkin.
That's a good deal.
That's a great deal, because normally they're like $4 and up a pumpkin. You can't even get those mini pumpkins for that price sometimes.
You can't even get them over like $2.
So that would be a great deal. But oh my gosh, Halloween candy. So here's the deal that I got last year. Last year, I gave out full bars of candy. Full bars. Like Hershey bar or Snickers. Full bars. Why? Because I got a great deal. This was what I paid. I can't remember the exact cents, but it was 13 and something. Let's say it was 13.64, something like that. For 30 candy bars. How much was I paying per bar?
$2.19.
You sure? That seems rather expensive.
What?
45 cents.
My calculator malfunction. It's 45 cents.
Yes. So, if you look at the number, always make sure you're doing dollars divided by number of items. So this time I switched it up. It was in the opposite order. So you can't just always put first number divided by second or something like that. You have to look at it. It's always money divided by the number of items if you're doing unit rate in like this. So I want 13.64 divided by 30. So last year I got these chocolate bars for approximately 45 cents each. That is a crazy good deal. So I've been waiting for the same deal to pop up, because that's another thing you'll find is usually around the same times the same deals kind of start popping up. So all month I've been waiting. That was on Amazon. I'm like, well, I gotta buy them. It's this week. Last night I didn't buy them because I just can't. If I know I got it for this price last year, this is what they're at this year. What was it? I just looked. It was like, was it 28 something? 28, let's say 74. For the same box. Same candy, same 30. Tell me the price this year.
95 cents.
Phew. So it's still a little bit better than if I went to the dollar store and I bought 30, because then it would be $30. But I'm still like, oh my gosh. If I got them for 45 cents last year, and now they're, by the way, how many cents is that?
95, or you can write it as 96.
This one you would have to round up to 96, right? You guys know the rule for rounding, right? You say that, but I will see people rounding incorrectly left, right, and center. So, if I want to round out 2 decimal places, please listen everybody, once and for all, so we make sure that we're good at this. If I want to round to the second digit, you got to look at the third digit. If the third digit is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that one goes up. And then, which in this case it is, so then it becomes 96 cents. If that third number is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, you would not change the second number. So you always look at the one digit past it. And actually, let's go back to this one from the last problem as a good example. So I want to round out 2 decimal places. So I'm looking at the third number. So many times kids will be like, oh, well, that one's a 6, so I'll round that one up to a 5, and then I'll round that one up to a 6. No, that is not how anything works. You only look 1 digit past it. It doesn't matter. All the other ones are irrelevant. I don't even care about those. I only care about the 1 digit past what I'm trying to get to. If that one is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then I don't change it. That's why we left that as 45 cents. If that number is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's when that would round up. Is that clear? I don't care. These numbers could all be 9s. It doesn't matter. It's this one that matters. You follow? Okay. So now I'm in a dilemma because here we are. It's almost Halloween. And I'm not paying $96 a bar, but I want to keep with the tradition of giving out the full candy bar. I don't know what to do. Just buy them and say, whatever. But remember, I'm only going to make this much money in my entire life. So I hate the thought of just throwing money away for no reason. I'm torn. I did see some clearance Reese's peanut butter cups at Cumbies yesterday, but I didn't see how much they were. I was just like, oh, I'm sure I can do better. And then I looked and I'm like, oh no, I don't know if I can do better. Okay, so unit rate is not only about money. In fact, Ryan's first example was miles per hour. So unit rate applies to other things too. Let's say anybody traveling for Thanksgiving? Yeah? Where are you going, Caleb? Whoa, that's far. So let's say, I don't know, that's about 2,000 miles across the country, right? I think it's something like that. 2,000 miles. How long does it take you to get there? So let's call it 5 hours. Okay, so he's going to travel 2,000 miles in about 5 hours. If we want to find the unit rate in this case, it would be how many miles he goes in 1 hour. So how do I know which one to divide by which? Well, whatever you want to end up with tells you. If I want miles per hour, that means miles goes on top. If I wanted hours per mile, which is weird, then I would do hours divided by miles. But I want miles, so 2,000 miles divided by 5 hours. So when I do that division, I'm going to go ahead and get the unit rate, in this case, 400. So his plane is going to travel at approximately 400 miles per hour. Isn't that something? You could even do unit rates with things like students and teachers. So let's say you had 20.
Guys, this is Sapiens talking. You shouldn't be.
So in this class, we have, right now, there's about 20 of you and about 2 of us. Well, about, there are 2 of us. So you could find a unit rate in finding how many students per teacher. So in this case, it would just be 10. 10 students. Let's spell students right. Students per teacher. Okay? Another thing I haven't really mentioned is that the units really matter. So when you are writing your answers, you should be telling me what the units are. Because if you wrote it as teachers per student, that would mean that there's 10 teachers for every 1 student. That'd be some kind of class. Right? So the units really do matter. Miles per hour, right? That tells me I'm going 400 miles in 1 hour. If you put it the other way around, it would be saying 400 hours for 1 mile. That's about as fast as I run. Same thing, go back to the pumpkins. 53 cents a pumpkin. It doesn't mean 0.53 pumpkins per dollar, right? So the units matter a lot. Okay, you guys ready to try some? I'll take that as a yes. All right, let's get